Abiding under the shadow of the Almighty. A Pentecostal journey through Psalm 91. Introduction. Beloved, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the storms of life? Have you wondered if there's a place of refuge where the troubles of this world cannot touch you? Let me assure you, there is such a place, a divine shelter, a secret hiding spot in the presence of the Most High God. Psalm 91 offers us a promise of security. But this promise is not automatic. It requires us to dwell, to abide, and to trust in God wholeheartedly. In a world where fear prowls like a roaring lion, where pestilence, chaos, and calamities seem ever-present, Psalm 91 rises as a divine anthem. Its verses are not just words. They are a covenant between God and those who choose to live under His shadow. Today, we will explore this sacred psalm, verse by verse, unveiling its treasures and discovering the practical steps to abide under God's protective wings. 1. Understanding Psalm 91, verse by verse breakdown. Verse 1 to 2. The secret place and the shadow of the Almighty. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. The secret place is not a physical location, but a spiritual state of intimacy with God. In Hebrew, Sita means a hidden or concealed place, a private space where the believer and God commune. To dwell in the secret place means to live in constant fellowship with Him, seeking His presence daily. The shadow of the Almighty symbolizes God's protective power. Imagine the shade of a great tree shielding you from the scorching sun. Similarly, God's shadow provides safety from life's scorching trials. Proverbs 18 verse 10 reminds us, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe." Verse 3 to 4, deliverance and divine protection. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. God promises deliverance from two dangers: the snare of the fowler, hidden traps, and perilous pestilence, deadly diseases. These are metaphors for the schemes of the enemy and the destructive forces that threaten our lives. Picture a mother hen shielding her chicks with her wings. This is how God covers us, tenderly and powerfully. His truth, His word, becomes our shield against deception and fear. Verse 5 to 8. Fearlessness in the face of calamity. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. The psalmist declares that those who abide in God's presence are fearless. The terror by night could be nightmares, spiritual attacks, or unknown dangers. The arrow by day represents the sudden attacks of the enemy. Testimony. During a devastating hurricane, a family prayed Psalm 91 over their home. While their neighbors' houses were destroyed, theirs stood untouched, a testament to the power of God's promise. Verse 9 to 13. The angelic ministry. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Angels are ministering spirits sent to serve God's children. Hebrews 1 verse 14. They guard us against harm, though we may not always see them. In Daniel 6 verse 22, an angel shut the mouths of lions, saving Daniel from certain death. Verse 14 to 16, God's personal promise. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. God's love is reciprocal. When we set our love on him, he responds with deliverance, honor, and satisfaction. This is the climax of Psalm 91, a direct assurance from God himself. 2. Practical steps to abide under God's shadow. Build a consistent prayer life. Prayer is the lifeline that connects us to the secret place. Luke 18 verse 1. Men ought always to pray and not lose heart. Meditate on God's word daily. God's word is the foundation of faith. Memorize verses like Psalm 91 and speak them in times of trouble. Live a life of obedience. Holiness invites God's presence. John 14 verse 23. If anyone loves me, he will keep my word. 3. Declarations and prayers. Faith declarations based on Psalm 91. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High. No evil shall befall me. I am hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. I will not fear. Prayers. Father, cover me and my family with your wings. Let your angels encamp around my home and protect us from harm. 4. Engaging testimonies. Story. A missionary in a war-torn country recited Psalm 91 as bombs fell around her. Miraculously, she survived unscathed, leading many to Christ. 5. Spiritual warfare insights. Psalm 91 is a weapon against the devil's schemes. Ephesians 6 verse 12 reminds us, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Use this psalm to declare victory over fear, anxiety, and oppression. Conclusion. A call to abide. Beloved, the promises of Psalm 91 are available to all who dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. Will you choose to abide? Surrender to Jesus today and let his presence become your eternal refuge. Kindly subscribe, like, follow, and comment.